All right, so let's finish this Pascal's triangle and the binomial theorem here. So remember our triangle, the ones here down the diagonal, you get this answer by adding those, you add those, get 3, okay? Also remember, row 0, row 1, 2, 3. So if you're doing something to say like the 5th power, this would be the coefficients that you're going to use, the 1, 5, 10, 10, 5, 1. All right, now they're not going to end up with those numbers because other things can change it, but that's what you start with, okay? All right, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm just going to do all these examples, so skip ahead or whatever if you don't want to watch the ones that we already did. And I got one extra one to do. All right, so we got x plus 2 to the 5th. So row 5 is this guy right here. So 1, 5, 10, 10, 5, 1. Now, remember also to find these, like if you're interested in finding like that spot right there, this is row 5. So we would do 5, choose, and this is spot 1 because we got to start with 0. This is spot 0, this is spot 1. And then if we want this one, it's 5, choose 2, and 3, 4, 5. All right. Anyway, so we're just going to use this because we have it. So I'm going to have a 1. My x is going to get the all 5 of the power. And I'm going to put the 2 here to nothing just to remember. All right. And the next part, I got my 5 coming. So 5. My x is going to dwindle down to 4, but the 2 is going to grow to a 1 power. All right. Then we got 10. My x is going to be 3 now, but my 2 is going to grow to 2. The 10 again. We got x down to 2, but 2 down to 3. And let's see, then we got 5, x down to 1, but 2 up to 2, no, 2 up to 4, sorry. And then finally, we got a 1, x is now nothing, but my 2 is going to be a 5th power, so that would be on the end right there, but I can't fit it. Okay, so let's clean it up. So I got 1, 1, and x to the 5th, plus I got 5 times 2, so 10x to the 4th. I got 4 times 10, so I got 40x to the 3rd. I got 10 times 8, so plus 80x squared. And here I got, 16 times 5, so another 80x to the 1st. And then on the end, this is just 32. Okay, so again, these numbers, that's not what the answer is, but it's what built this thing, what built it. All right, 2x minus 1 to the 4th. So we have a minus here. It changes things a little bit. So let's see. My 4th row is this guy here, 1, 4, 6, 4, 1. So 1, I take my 2x, I give it all of the power, and then my negative 1 gets nothing. Then the 4, 2x gets 3rd power. The negative 1 now gets 2. Gets 1. Sorry about that. So, now 6, my 2x goes down to 2, but my negative 1 grows to 2. And then 4, my 2x goes down to 1, but my negative 1 grows to 3. And then 1, my 2x is nothing, but my negative 1 grows to 4. All right, so some of these are going to become negative. All right, so 2 to the 4th is 16. That's just a 1, so 16x to the 4th. All right, here, see negative 1 to the 1, that's a negative. So it's going to be a minus here. That's going to be 4 times 8, so 32x to the 3rd. Right. Here, negative 1 squared is positive, so I'm going to get 4 times 6, so plus 24x squared. Over here, my negative 1 to the 3rd is negative, so I'm going to get negative 4 times 2, so negative 8xx. And then on the end, it's positive because 4th power, so I get plus 1. Okay. All right, so a lot of times we're not going to be made to do this whole thing. All right, so most of the time you're just going to have to find pieces. And so that's where this idea is going to come into play. All right. So I want to find the part that has x to the 4th. If I was working this all the way out, I want the part that's x to the 4th. So it's like, 6, 5, 4. It's the 3rd term in, right? So we're going to give my x the 4th power like I want it. Well, if that's 4, remember, these exponents add up to the final exponent, like 3 and 1 is 4. 4 and 0 is 4. All right, if that's 4, then the 5 is going to get 2, because 4 plus 2 is 6. Now, the trick is out here, remember, you're on the 6th row, so you're going to do 6, choose, and frankly, you can do either one. You can do 6, choose 4, or 6, choose 2, because both of them, 6, choose 4, and 6, choose 2, are both 15, because it would be there. All right, so let's see. On your calculator, 6 choose 4, I'm going to say. All right, so remember, you press a 6, math button, go over to probability, go down to number 3, and put a 4. There it is, 15. And 6 choose 2 is also 15, doesn't matter. So I'm always personally just going to put this one here. All right, so let's figure this out. So we got 15 x to the 4th times that times 25. So 15 times 25 is 375. Yes, 375 x to the 4th. So technically the answer is 375, right? That's the coefficient of the x to the 4th. All right, down here, when this is expanded, what's x to the 3rd? So the 2x, I want to have a 3 power, which means my negative 3 gets the other 5, right? So this is eighth row, so 8 choose, and I'm going to put 3. So 8 choose 3 is 56. 56 times, it's going to be 8x to the 3rd, and then this is negative 243. So let's see, 56 times 8 times negative 243. Oh, 108,864. So negative 108,864 x to the 3rd. Technically, I only really need that number. That's the coefficient of x to the 3rd. All right, so we got one more problem that's not on your little notes there, but it's one on the homework like this. So this one says, what's the constant term in the expansion of this? So 6th power. So I have to work on doing this. 3x needs a power, and my negative 1 over x squared needs a power. So I'm going to do over here for a second. 3x and negative 1 x squared. So when I put powers on these, like let's say I put 5 here and 1 there. Well, that's going to be an x to the 5th. This is going to be an x squared down here. Are those going to cancel out to nothing? Because that's what a constant term is. It has no variable on it. It's like, you know, like just a number, right? So these do not cancel out. So let's try something else. Let's try like, let's try 3 here and 3 here. So that's going to be x to the 3rd. Well, then this is going to be a 6 down here. That also doesn't cancel out. So you want to break up the 6 so that you have this cancellation. So you might be saying to yourself, well, Miss Short, why don't you just use a 4 and a 2? Because see, that'll be x to the 4th, and that'll be x to the 4th. They'll cancel out. All right, so let's do the front. 6 choose 4. So let's do it. 6 math choose 4 is 15. So I got 15. 3 to the 4th is 81, so x to the 4th times, this will be 1 over x to the 4th. And see, those cancel. So 15 times 81, my coefficient is 1,215. Sorry, my constant is that. And there we go. All right, that's it. I'll see you in class. If you can, do all 5 problems on your homework. If you can't, I suppose you can just do the first 3, but, you know, it might not take you that long. Bye-bye.